Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing, swatching, and telling you guys what I think of my first Kylie Cosmetics purchase. This is going to be a lengthy video because I have a couple different, I'm going to say categories that I'm going to touch bases on. So if you guys just want to see the swatches or, you know, like the actual formula part, right here or somewhere around the screen, I'll insert the timing because I'm actually going to start from the beginning, from the, you know, purchase to the shipping to some swatches and then, you know, the formula and how it wears. So if you guys don't want to hear me ramble, go ahead and just forward to whatever that time was and then you guys can just see that. But this was my first Kylie Cosmetics purchase. Honestly, I'm not a big fan of lipsticks in general. I do wear lipstick, liquid mattes or glosses or tints or lip liners when I'm filming or if I'm doing pictures or if I'm going out, but then I hate retouching. So if you had to ask me what was the least favorite product that I, you know, go towards like in my collection, it would be lip stuff. So I'm not a big fan of lip products. Nothing against lipsticks or anything, I just myself don't care for them. So because I've seen so much out there, I wanted to test these products out because first off, it was Valentine's Day. I saw the shades that she had and I said, okay, well, I can buy this kit because these are shades that I would, you know, wear. I do know that Kylie Cosmetics, you know, sell out and it's always crazy, you know, when you purchase online. So I did the thing, set up the freaking timer, purchased them. I think it took about a week and they were $36. Shipping was $8.95. I was not too happy about shipping. $9 for shipping was insane. $36 for the lip kit, $9 shipping. That's roughly 25% of what the product is. That is insane. I feel like $4.95 would have been a fair amount for the shipping. When you pay shipping and handling, you're paying for whoever's wrapping it up, the handling part. You're paying for the products, the box, the tissue, the bubble wrap, whatever's going in there, that's what you're paying for, and then the postage. I will tell you though that myself, being that I am creating my own cosmetics, I know how much shipping costs. I know how much bubble wrap and all that stuff costs. And obviously, when you buy in bulk, everything is cheaper. And like Kylie's buying hundreds and thousands, she gets them, I will kid you not, probably at pennies worth when she buys that large amount. Another thing is that when you ship in bulk like that, sometimes you have, with if it's UPS, FedEx, postal services, whoever it is, you get a discounted rate. So I weighed this on my shipping scale and I know that the shipping box, the shipping, postage, everything in it costs under $3 to ship and I was charged $9. I was pissed when I ordered it, but when I got my box in the mail and saw the way it was shipped, I was furious. I went off on my Snapchat, pissed off, and I'm going to show you guys why. So when I got my package, it was this big old box. Can you guys hear that? That means the product is bouncing around in there. And if you've ever received a package that looked like it went through hell and you're wondering how did that survive, you all know that sometimes products get damaged in the mail and I feel like things need to be secured, especially to avoid, you know, bad customer service, you know, and dealing with a refund and all that. Package it right, do it right the first time. So I was like, okay. I opened my package and I kid you not, when I opened it, my eyes were like, I opened it up and all I saw was this foam, just like that, the card, my invoice, and the liquid lipstick kit. I was pissed. My Snapchat fam, if you saw this, you know how pissed off I was because I paid $9 for you to ship this and you just threw this foam thing in there. I mean, it could have been wrapped like this just to give it a little more cushion, but it wasn't. So it was a half-ass, you know, packaging, you know, in my opinion. So I was like, oh, hell no. So once I got all over the fact that I got ripped off with shipping, which I already knew, but then the fact that it was shipped poorly, I was like, all right, whatever. So then I pull out my little kit, super excited, slide it out, and I see the actual size of the lip glosses. I'm just like, whoa, are you kidding me? I've purchased minis of a lot of things, and I honestly was expecting these to be minis like the MAC, the Buxom, the MAC, you know, NYX or whatever, or gift set minis. I was expecting it to be that size. I'm going to compare 3 different brands so you guys can see, because when we order things online, we normally can't tell how big these really are. I am wearing one of the shades, which I absolutely love on my lips now. This is how big the tube is. As you guys can see, it's tiny. My pinky, that's my pinky right there next to it. So there's my pinky. As you guys can see, the line right here is where the applicator comes out. So it's literally thinner than my pinky and the size of my pinky. I was like, wow. So another surprise, when you take out the applicator, this is what you're left with. I mean, I'll put it near my face so you guys can get an idea of how big these things actually are. Look, my ear. Look, that's how small it is. They do smell good, I will tell you that. So that's what it looked like. So immediately what I did was I ran upstairs and I looked at all my minis and samples, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to see if I'm tripping or this is really the smallest mini liquid lipstick product I've ever seen. What I did is I pulled out 3 brands. So quickly, I want to show you guys. We have my Chanel. This is a Chanel regular size. This is a Chanel sample. Listen, sample. This was given to me for free. I've gotten a few of these from Chanel. Okay, look at the size. Free. Kylie. And if you look where that line is for the Kylie one, that's where it stops. So Chanel samples that are free are the same size as the Kylie ones. And this is free, okay? You get 6 of these for $36, $6 each. Next, I'm going to compare it to my MAC one. This is a MAC gloss, and this is a MAC mini that was in a gift set. This is actually pretty thick. And then here is the Kylie one. Big difference. Another thing I want to point out is that these are frosted, and I could see the plastic is super thick, so the actual tube inside where the product is very thin. So it's thinner than this because of the frosted thick wall that is in there. While this one's plastic and you get a lot more. Can you guys see? This is what I was expecting, to tell you the truth. Something this size, and I got this. Lastly, we have Buxom. So we have our full size Buxom, and then we have our mini size Buxom. Then we have Kylie. Big difference, you guys. I just had to compare that for you guys because I honestly was expecting them to be a little bigger. But once I got past that, I actually took them out and I swatched them. I did the wear, test where I swatched them on my hand. I washed dishes, I cooked, and the whole 9 yards. End of the day, I came back and they held up really well. They swatch very beautiful, very lightweight. The formula is amazing. I will give you that. It wears so beautiful. I wore this, and I have my Snapchat where I'll probably insert so you guys can see. I wore it throughout the day for 5 hours, ate, drank. I actually ate twice, and 5 hours later, the lipstick looked however good you guys will see in the clips that I'm inserting. So it held up really good. It wasn't dry. I didn't feel like it had like that grainy, dry effect. They're not sticky. It applies nice and even, and like the layers are very thin, but they do have, opaque finish to them. They're not very like sheer or anything like that. I think I go over mine like 2 times. They don't dry too fast to where you go back in and then you kind of have issues. No, that they're very workable. So I really do like the formula and how easy it is to work with. I will say that. Overall, honestly, if this would have been a little cheaper, I wouldn't have had an issue with the price because this is more practical for me. This is more of a product that I know I might finish because honestly, I'm not going to finish something like this, especially being a beauty lover. I have so much stuff. So I like that they're small, but for the price, I just feel like it was a little too much. You're paying for the name. It's Kylie Cosmetics. Nothing against her. More power to her. I love that she's being an independent woman doing her thing. More power to us women that, are, starting our own business. But I just feel that because Kylie's, following is younger girls, I know that for myself, that I'm a grown-ass woman with, my own money. I know that I was a little like, paying $44 for this. So I know that somebody in college or high school or junior high or, asking your parents for this is really pricey. So I feel like the prices could be a little lower, being that Kylie has, God knows, I don't know, what, 70 million, 80 million followers, and they're all younger, girls or guys too. But I just feel like that's why it bothers me so much that the shipping was $9. It's not teenage, college friendly money-wise is I think it's like what really kind of bothers me. Not the fact that she's doing her own thing. I'm not hating on Kylie. I love Kylie. She's a sweet girl, beautiful girl. It's just that I feel like, I mean, you're paying for the name. I just feel like it's not right, in my opinion. So I'm gonna swatch these for you guys to check them out. But I did notice something else. When I swatched my red one and I put it on and I wore it, it was beautiful. And maybe because it was the darkest shade, I didn't notice what I did with the lighter shades. So when I put on the lightest shade, which is Malibu, it literally emphasized every single freaking line on my lips. I have very, very thin lips. I actually overlined, and this part of my lip is bigger than this one, so it always looks crazy. That's why I hate doing lip swatches. But the lighter shades looked a little more dry, and it emphasized every single line. So I feel like my lighter shades, I will have to go over with a gloss or like something else to kind of smooth it out. Now, if you have bigger lips or you have lip fillers, obviously your lips are a little fuller and you won't have that issue. So I feel like anybody with lip fillers or bigger lips, you know, you're not gonna have that issue. People with small lips or very dry lips or cracked lips or lips like me that are very thin, you're probably gonna have to put something over them. Overall, I love the formula. I love the smell. I love how long they wear. They don't feel cakey and dry or anything like that. I just didn't care for the price too much. Yes, I purchased it. Yes, you know, for a review, and I was curious. But will I purchase Kylie Cosmetics again? Honestly, probably not, because I don't use lip stuff too much. I am curious about her shadows, but I probably won't spend another $50 on something like this. I wanted to try them out and see what the hype was about. So I'm going to show you guys some quick swatches from lightest to darkest. I went ahead and I zoomed you guys in so I can show you some little swatches. And we are starting off with Malibu, which is the shade that I told you guys. I was like, whoa. It's a beautiful shade, don't get me wrong. But on my lips, it just didn't look the greatest. So this one right here is Apricot. Beautiful. As you guys can see, they're really pretty shades, and see how nice and smooth they are. Next, we're going in with High Maintenance. I think that these are going to be perfect for spring. So that's this beautiful pink one. I don't know, sometimes on the camera, you know, on my monitor, they look different. That looks like a fuchsia pink right there almost. Not as bright. And then we have Posy K. This is more of like a mauve color. I think it shows off a little more pink on camera, but that's a more mauve color. And then we have Head Over Heels. That's that one right there. And then lastly, what's on my lips, which I freaking love. I would find this comparable to the LA Girl, was it Frisky? And this is Mary Jo K. This is my favorite out of all of them, of course, because Maria is a freak for red. And they actually, like I said, they dry so good, and I love the finish. So that's the one on my lips right there. So these are all the shades, and look, once they dry, look how smooth they, you know, go onto the skin. So that's going to be it for this video. Like I said, please don't take this as me bashing Kylie or her cosmetics. This was just my experience and how I feel about it. Like I said, there's pros and cons, so make sure that you guys listen to both of them before you judge and get, you know, all crazy and hateful. If you guys purchase these and have a different opinion or whatever, I'm curious to what you guys think about them. Leave me some comments down below and let me know. Don't forget to follow me, Instagram, Snapchat, all that is always at the one and only Maria. Make sure that you guys hit the little bell so you're notified whenever I post a video. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you later. Mwah. Bye.